Avisala, this is Ashanti, the unofficial Encantadia podcast. In this live discussion, we and the Encantadics talked about Direct Mark Reyes, his legacy, and our aspirations in the new era of Encantadia as we say Avisala and hello to Encantadia's new directors, Rico Gutierrez and Enzo Williams. Avisala Eshma for tuning in. Now, it's time to shift our discussion to the new directors by beginning with Direk Rico Gutierrez. So, si Direk Rico is one of GMA's longest in-house directors, if I may say that, no? But correct me if I'm wrong kung mali. But ever since Direk Rico has been with most of GMA's productions, if you look at his IMDb page, you will see that yung strength or most of Direk Rico's assignments are more on the reality type of shows, yung mga game shows type of genres, no. Siguro biggest of those is Survivor Philippines. Ngayon ko lang nalaman no na si Direk Rico pala ang captain ng Survivor Philippines hosted by Paolo Bediones and eventually Richard Gutierrez, no. And at around that time, he was also alternating as the director of Party Pilipinas. I vividly remember that one of the siguro edgier and more concert-inclined themes ng Party Pilipinas back then, si Direk Rico Gutierrez yung may hawak, no? And siguro to say the least, I was one of those avid viewers or isa sa mga nag-aabang kapag alam kong for this week, si Direk Rico yung magdidirect ng Party Pilipinas. Yan. And in recent memory, Direk Rico also is one of the directors of, kung hindi man siya yung main director, one of the frequent directors of the fantasy to, no? Fantasy Kids show. Daig kayo ng lola ko. Ito yung parang once upon a time ng GMA. And
Yes, he is.
another reality show is Running Man Philippines, which is the Korean adaptation of the Korean reality show. Anong
Yes.
reactions?
Actually, di ako familiar sa names ng both directors, pero doing a bit of research, and nga, nakita ko rin yung experience niya sa mga reality shows, but also credited siya for two visual effects. Not sure exactly kung anong ginawa niya. But I see na isa doon is Ang Panday from
Mhm,
2009,
mhm,
which is, I like this movie, personally. Gusto ko yung movie na to, especially yung visual effects. So, I guess, medyo optimistic on that part. Na-experience siya with visual effects and experience na is a movie that I actually like. Pero besides that, wala ko masyadong expectations. I'm not really super familiar sa mga works niya. And it's kind of hard to compare yung, or like expect exactly paano magiging um, atake ng show with him. Especially since most of his experience is from reality show. So, I'm not sure kung anong i-expect ko. And I didn't really watch the Ikayo ng Lola ko that much.
mhm.
So, ayun. Not a lot of expectations. So, direct. Rico?
Medyo iba kasi yung directing when it comes to reality show eh.
Mhm.
So kaya parang iniisip ko how will he handles a fantasy show which is apparently have fight scenes, green
Mhm.
screen. Alam mo yun, medyo though may daig siya and pero kasi heavy, kumbaga parang ano eh, heavily fantasy kasi talaga yung Enka. Ay, actually, depende din pala. Depende din pala kung saan nga pala. Kung paano nga pala yung kwento. Anyways, pero, um, kumbaga, I'm, I just wanted to see if there would be, medyo ano kasi ako, sensitive ako sa fight scenes eh.
Mhm.
So, and then, of course, yung mga magic, ano ng Enka. So, hindi naman super worry, pero kumbaga kasi maganda yung cut, maganda yung editing when it comes to this reality show. So, in terms of yung storytelling on how should it be edited, yun yung parang feeling ko kalakasan ni Direk Rico. So, ayun, let's see on how he will kumbaga i-maximize yung etong mga yung experiences niya on his past reality shows.
I think Direk Rico Gutierrez, safe to say, at least from what I've been reading and from what I've been seeing sa mga shows niya, medyo may pagka-innovative si Direk Rico Gutierrez. That's one thing that I can say. Sorry, may typo tayo dito sa name ni Direk Rico. I'll just update it in the background later. But yun, going back, Direk Rico is a very technical director. I'm pretty sure some of the strengths ng director na to I hope we'll see sa Sangre, no? But when Direk Rico started directing Party Pilipinas, the stage was more dynamic, may pagka-kinetic yung stage, no?
Yes, yes.
Some of the singers, manggagaling sila sa kisame, ibababa sila ng parang second floor nung stage, no? And another key characteristic of Direk Rico Gutierrez, which you can probably attribute sa work niya sa Party Pilipinas and even sa Survivor Philippines, was he's very good with lighting, no? So sa Party Pilipinas, mahilig yan magkalikot to play around with lights. Kaya niyang pasayawin yung mga ilaw, no? Kaya niyang padilimin yung stage you know, without the singers or the dancers disappearing in the darkness, no? Kaya niya yan, no? And even sa Survivor, though, when you think about Survivor Philippines, para sa mga nakapanood, if you think about it right now, parang wala kang masabi dun I myself, wala akong masabi sa production niya na. I think they were able to execute it properly, no? As an avid Survivor fan myself up to this day. So, safe to say, he was able to nail it, no?
Siguro para sa akin, yung departure ni Direk Mark is unexpected. Pero, isa kasi ako dun sa mga taong, party na sana ma-hand off sa ibang directors yung Enka. So, mm, parang okay lang siya para sa akin. Pero siguro idadagdag ko na lang na naisip ko is may GMA is cooking something up in the kitchen kasi dalawang directors yung kinuha nila, hindi isa lang. So there may be aspects from both directors na nakikita nila na may pwedeng maidagdag para sa sangre. Ano pa ba? In terms of continuity, I feel like yung pinakaano talaga doon is sa writer's room, pero gets
Mhm.
ko naman na malaki pa rin kasi talaga say ng director. Pero kung ipaglalaban ng mga writers, syempre sila yung frontline when it comes to sa storytelling or pag-keep up sa lore nung Encantadia. So, yun lang para sa akin.
Kobe, wag ka mag-alala regarding lore. I am present in the in the war room.
Yes, sa isip
So,
ko nga si Kuya Greg naman nandyan naman. So, pretty sure na hindi naman sobrang maapektuhan. Ay, isa pala sa worries ko is yun nga yung sa delays lang kasi ilang beses pa ba? Ilang buwan pa ba tayo maghihintay bago natin mapanood ulit yung Encantadia?
you know
Pero,
what,
yun lang.
Kobe, speaking dyan sa kung kailan ba,
Mm.
kasama dun sa official statement ng GMA Entertainment and Direct Mark, it was stated there na 2025. Which is yun naman na in-expect natin, di ba? Pero what date, hindi naman nakastate. So, ayun.
Ano masasabi mo doon, Kobe? Naniniwala ka pa rin ba sa salita ng GMA?
Depende. Kasi hindi ko sure kung anong stage na ba ng production ko. Nasa pre-prod or in production na ba ang Enka
Actually.
as of now. Pero it's somewhere in between those two, di ba? Tapos, naniniwala naman siguro akong 2025 pero feel ko hindi, with the changes, hindi siya kaya ng first quarter. So, pero we'll see kung ano mangyari. Malay mo fourth quarter na natin ulit makitang Enka, which is okay lang rin basta sa 2025.
Bakit tumatawa si TL?
Wala,
Bakit ka tumatawa?
nabasa ko kasi kay Ren, sabi niya, December 31, 2025. At least
Pasok pa
2020.
din naman. Pasok pa din naman. Pasok pa
Mm-mm.
din naman.
Mm-mm.
Siguro additional lang for Direk Rico, no? Gusto ko yung first time ko malaman na siya pala yung sa Survivor, and alam ko
Yes.
sa X ang daming nagka-campaign na ibalik na yung Survivor Philippines, no? But ang ganda siguro na if i-apply ni Direk Rico
Mhm.
yung realism, no? I mean, makikita mo kasi sa Survivor lagi na parang ramdam mo yung paghihirap nila, and I think that,
Ramdam mo yung lagkit
oo,
ng mga
lagkit, yung gutom, ganyan, and I hope kasi 'di ba sa dahil nga pambata nga Encantadia, 'di ba? Meron talagang doon approach na parang as an adult viewer, parang doon ka nakukulangan. Totoo naman 'yun kasi parang bini-benchmark na nga natin yung Game of Thrones, 'di ba? Lord of the Rings
Mhm.
as a show na medyo malawak yung lore. Tapos, since sabi nga ni Greg kayo na pangbata talaga yung Encantadia, pero now that we have a new director, no, so hoping na mai-apply siya ni Derek Rico sa Sangre, kasi we're expecting that there will be like a big war sa Encantadia, and
Mhm.
things will happen, no? And sana mapakita yon doon sa part na yon. So hindi ko sure kung paano, kung dahil nga may Snow Queen tayo, so paano nila i-apply yung mga nilalamig. Gusto ko ma-feel na parang nilalamig talaga. Alam mo yun, yung ganong klase ng realism, yun yung ina-expect ko na sana ma-pull off ni Derek Rico and ni Derek Enzo. And now na we have two directors, I'm not sure kung sa Kobe ba nagsabi kanina or nabasa ko na parang merong something parang may niluluto yung production na may dalawang directors. Ibig sabihin, meron silang approach na ibibigay for this project na kakaiba. And nakaka-excite naman siya. Kumbaga, sabihin natin, hindi naman siya 50-50. It's more of, doon yung parang 60 hoping for the best. And hindi natin malalaman hanggat hindi natin matatry. Diba? We can only comment talaga kapag lumabas na yung mismong show. So, yeah. Yun lang naman. And I think, may nabasa ko sa Facebook din kanina, Matt, na parang si Sir Jet ata yun, na baka daw isabay sa 20th anniversary ba or something.
Cross fingers.
Oo, di ba? Para hoping na. So, yeah.
As you are aware by now, matagal ng project ng GMA yung Voltes 5. So there were times before na
Yes, matagal.
thank you Greg. If you're reading Pinoy Exchange, meron mong familiar sa Pinoy Exchange dito? Or ako lang yung nagpi-Pinoy Exchange dati?
Na paghahalata yung edad.
Matt, Diyos ko,
Exactly.
wala na.
Wala nang Pinoy Exchange ngayon,
Ready
di ba, Renz? Wala nang Pinoy Exchange ngayon.
Matt, every Encantadia 2005 fans, like,
Reddit na kasi yung
Sure.
nabutan ko eh.
Ako din
Ay,
ready.
wow. Wow. Yun. So if you're a visitor or a reader sa Pinoy Exchange, some of their entertainment forums doon, during the very early stages, I'm not saying to nung pre-pandemic pa lang, nitong Voltes 5 Legacy, but nung tinetest pa lang ng GMA yung waters about the possibility of doing a Voltes 5 adaptation. I think si Direk Rico Gutierrez was already part of, of the pre-prod or yung experimentation stage. Don't quote me on that, okay? Okay, so last, let's go to Direk Enzo Williams. And so bilang I'm not familiar with this body of work, no, ngayong narinig ko lang siya as one of the new directors of Encantadia, ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng opportunity to look at his filmography. And I picked these three main titles for him. Number one is yung Bonifacio, ang unang pangulo. This is an MMFF entry. I'm not sure kung 2019 ba to, but fairly recent, no? And I'm not sure how you're gonna take yung mga laurels dun sa poster, but Bonifacio won the Best Picture during that MMFF season. And so si Direk Enzo Williams yung nag-direct yan. And if you are reading some of the thoughts ng mga Encantadicts sa X, you'll see that they're kind of worried na yung director ng Ang Probinsyano before is now gonna be directing Encantadia. So yes, that's true. No, so Direk Enzo Williams is credited for more than 600 episodes of FPJ's Ang Probinsyano, one of ABS-CBN's long-running TV shows before. And then lastly, we have yung Maging Sino Ka Man.
Actually, nung nabasa ko sa X, kasi nga hindi ako masyadong familiar, no? Pero nung nahagip ko nga na parang, okay, siya pa rin nag-direct nung Maging Sino Ka Man, and then ng Probinsyano. So, and even yung Bonifacio. No? Ano naman, parang, kumbaga, ang negative ano lang naman is medyo like stereotyping about yung overkill ng mga camera angles and all, 'di ba? Yun yung pinaka ano ng ang Probinsyano. Tapos siguro basta fight scenes meron, pero sana hindi naman yung like more on the mortal world na yung sutukan, no? Barilan, ganun. Kasi nga, this is a different, parang genre where makikita natin swords, 'di ba? Yung old school na mga na tagtag armors. So yun lang, parang wala akong high hopes, pero since dalawa naman sila Direk Rico, baka kaya naman nila i-manage. Pero alam mo yun, meron pa rin akong wishlist na sana yung mga directors na lumabas before na homegrown din, homegrown para parang nakikilala na sa GMA, like si Direk Joron for mga lihim ni Ordu, and then si Direk Zig, no? Parang ang ganda sana ng tandem nila. But again, Encantadia Chronicles kasi is mahaba-haba pa siya. It's a big and a long journey for Encantadia itself. So, pwedeng sa Sangre,
hopefully,
dalawang director na to ang magtatandem, fresh perspective, new leaf talaga siya. And then malay yung susunod na chronicle ng Encantadia, sa ibang director naman ibigay, no? And ayun yun lang yung takeaway ko with that for now, man.
Actually, for me, parang good balancing yung dalawang director. As of when I see that yung syempre yung background Direk Enzo, nakita ko na fight scenes. So medyo kasi medyo may ihilig din, or parang medyo tinitignan ko rin kung maganda yung fight scene, kasi hindi ko naman pinopromote ang war sa Encantadia, pero big chunk of the story is technically, meron din talagang agawan eh. So, yung agawan nila is not just hindi lang siya yung tipong kailangan ng mga CGI eh. Yung may physikalan din. And I think, di ba, malaking factor kaya napili si Kylie as ang ina because of yung flow or yung ganda ng form niya. So, for me kasi, maganda yung form ng lahat ng bida ngayon sa Sangre. So, I think they are really fit. So, kung ma-maximize yung directing sa fight scenes and the CGI is good for me. So, parang advantage yun. Advantage na, yun nga, more on the reality show si Direk Rico and then Direk Enzo is parang kalakasan niya is technically the fight scene. So, in terms of siguro yung flow na lang siguro talaga ng Enka, na kung ano yung vision ni Direk Mark is makita din talaga for the two directors. Kasi syempre, I think brains are better than one. Pero once na there are two brains, meron ding sino nga ba yung dapat masunod, diba? Link kwento nga ba yung dapat masunod. So, yun yung medyo, since dalawa yung director, I assume na same level sila in terms of decision making. So, yun, sino ba yung masusunod when it comes to this kind of, kung ako ba yung nag-direct nito, ito ba yung dapat magiging flow? Tapos ako yung nag-direct nito, ito ba yung dapat magiging flow? Kasi yung dalawang directors na yun, kailangan din nilang magtagpo when it comes to how, kasi more probably magkaibang vision or magkaiba yung atake nila when it comes to bigay yung script eh. So, yun yung kailangan din pag-usapan na apparently, nandun na si Direk Mark na kailangan makita din siya. Mapakita din kung ano
Mhm.
yung gusto niya mangyari sa kay Encantadia. So, yun. In terms of the background, okay naman siya sa akin. Okay naman. May hopes naman dun sa mga medyo may concern ako. Yun, kumbaga yun lang, yung nagpe, yung magtatahe ng
Mhm.
mismong story. Yun yung pwede nating medyo, kumbaga, dasal lang. Kumbaga parang hope, you will hope about it na tipo, magkaroon ng maayos na transition when it comes from direct work to this to new directors.
Hindi ko rin siya masyadong kilala, like, direct Rico. So, again, wala akong masyadong high expectation. Pero knowing that he directed Ang Provinciano, which is a really long series, I think, and then very well loved din, di ba? Like, we know naman na, even if we're not fans ourselves, we know meron talagang fans ng Ang
Mhm.
Provinciano. And I think that's a good sign na I hope yung magic na nakita ng fans na Ang Provinciano is mag-translate din sa atin, at least sa fans ng Encantadia, na mapakita rin niya sa atin yung paano niya nilalahat yung story, and yun nga, as mentioned by others, magaling siya sa action scenes, and hopefully we see a lot more really good action scenes with Sangre, with Han. So I guess in that side of things, the action scenes, very optimistic ako.
Mhm.
Knowing na one of the directors is experienced sa fight. So that's my reaction for director. And um, so for the other question about Lante,
Sige, I let si TL na muna. Paunahin natin si TL kasi
ayun,
mukhang may
sige,
gustong sabihin si TL. Kayo na pa tumatawa si TL eh.
baka
Go
mas gets
TL.
mo.
Oh, baka mas gets si TL, baka mas wavelength ni TL yung comment.
May landi in a way na tipong fan service ba yun? Or landi sa audience. I mean, for example, Direct Mark is technically giving some taste, di ba? Is landi mean taste? Hindi ako sure eh. Hindi ako sure. Or landi na tipong love team
Mhm.
centered si story.
Mhm.
Diba?
Mhm.
So, hindi ako sure about this. Pero kung landi, or in terms of yung yung DC, the audience, or how the director handles the audience, sana meron yun. Kasi I mean,
Mhm.
nabanggit ko rin kanina, di ba, parang isa si Direct, I think si Direct Mark ang pinaka matis sa ah, sa
Wow.
lahat ng nasa prod, di ba? So,
Mhm.
siya yung pinaka, maganda sabi ko, di ba, maximizing the segment. So, yun yung hindi natin sure kasi malaking factor for me na nakikipag-interact yung director with the fans itself. Kasi
Mhm.
kumbaga parang mas nagiging na-approach or parang mas approachable tignan yung mismo series if the director itself, the writers or the creators itself is kumbaga nakakausap natin. I don't know if
Mhm.
that's the lande that
Mhm.
comment is talking about or lande na tipong dapat ba yung story is more on love love-centered. Kasi
Pwede.
kasi di ba pwedeng love-centered and I think naman
Mhm.
kumbaga, sabi ni Miss Susie din naman na parang ang pinaka-core ng Filipino series will always be love.
Love.
Babalik at babalik tayo sa love. So, I think the love uh, country lang yan. Kumbaga parang for their world and then love for their daughter, parents, kumbaga palagi nandun siya.
Siblings.
Kumbaga yun yung
Mhm.
soul talaga. Yun yung soul talaga naman ng Encantadia is love. So, I think the writers itself is something na yun din naman yung magiging focus, di ba? Yung
Mhm.
kumbaga parang yun yung heart ng kwento will always
Mhm.
be love. Kahit sa kwento yun, that's siguro yun yung
Very universal.
yun ang pinakamalaki ng Pilipino eh. Yung emotional bond na lagi talaga tayong um, lagi talaga tayo sa sentro sa pagmamahal. So, I am not sure kung alin lang sa dalawa yung possible meaning ng comment here.
I think to add doon sa landi na ano no konsepto, actually it's not landi but more of having the connection to audience. One
Mhm.
particular scene noong 2016 na sobrang nag-capture kasi di ba parang ang pinaka-audience ng Encantadia apart from the kids are actually women and the LGBT community. Yeah, maraming
Mhm.
pinaking LGBT fans yung Encantadia. And if you remember, there were some scenes wherein ina-assume ng audience that there is something mysterious about the character of Muros.
Mhm.
The way na nilaro nila yung konsepto na parang wait, ano ba, how fluid ba si Muros? Kasi 'di ba hindi alam kung kanino ba siya nagseselos. Although na-reveal naman to ni Miss Suzy sa isang session natin na as much as they want to explore the diversity aspect of the show, but they want kasi the show di receive din siya positively sa ibang countries na hindi pa ganun ka-open. Kaya medyo careful sila sa part ng diversity. And I think yun yung isang aspeto ng Encantadia na very positive no na parang nilalaro nila yung audience when it comes to how they write the characters na merong ganong mysteriousness no. And even yung connection ng yung characters ng apat na sangre wherein makaka-relate yung mga what do you call this audience. I think yun yung landi na tinutukoy niya kanina. So hopefully and di natin alam kung anong tamang term for that the connection and how the director would show that to the audience. Kasi medyo if you look at the projects ng dalawang new directors natin, medyo iba no, very like Direct Rico, medyo diverse yung sa kanya. But for Direct Enzo, medyo doon sa tatlong pinakita mo kanina, medyo halos similar, medyo action scenes yung forte niya. So sana ma-bridge nila doon. And doon naman sina Miss Suzy and sina Greg na for sure makikip nila yung how fluid the character should be. But at the same time, I'm still hoping for a good fight scenes and I hope they can get parang more experts when it comes to stunts, no, fight stunts. And I'm not sure if nabasa niyo kanina yung pinost ko na sana they can keep also yung camera angles when it comes to fight scenes. Yung example lang is yung video with Bianca Umali, nag-training siya and how the camera follows her movement and mas nabibigyan emphasis yung gestures niya as a fighter. To be honest, yung nawala after Kylie sa Encantadia. Na-highlight nila yung with Kylie but nung sa latter part na nung 2016, na-missed nila yung part na yun na parang very for the lack of better term, very parang stage play na yung dating. Kasi parang 2D na yung mo So I hope they
Very
can
flat.
more. Ayun lang.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, pero siguro pwede natin siyang i-compare sa Spanish as a language. No, medyo ano ko lang to, metaphor lang. No? Kasi when in the Spanish language, sabi nila, objects have sexes. No? For example, yung upuan, yung Spanish term sa upuan, you can classify it either as a male or a female gendered object. Parang ganun. No, in the same way, pag tinignan mo kasi yung filmography or yung portfolio ng dalawang directors na to, si Direk Enzo and Direk Rico Gutierrez, no, if you look at the posters, pwede mo nang sabihin agad na, itong Bonifacio, this is a male show. Diba? It's a male-centric show. Provinciano, very no-brainer, di ba? This is a male-gendered show, right? Nag-iba lang dito sa maging sino ka man because there's a love team. And if you go dun sa side naman ni Direk Rico Gutierrez, Survivor, di ba? It's all about strength, it's all about grit, surviving. You can label this as a male show then if you look at it from a Spanish language perspective, di ba? Running Man, no, na medyo hip, medyo new, active, no, focus on the physical, yung challenges and all. So I think I'm kind of getting where Raffle is coming from na sana na yung Encantadia when you look at it kasi it's considered as mother, 'di ba? The mother of Telefantasia. So from there, you can already call it as a female gendered show. Kahit sabihin natin there are very good male characters naman. But siguro just to generalize, it's a female gendered show. So I guess that's where the fans are coming from na we have directors here who have worked on male gendered shows or male focused shows, and we're hoping that hindi ganun ka drastic yung maging change. But if there are any changes related or relevant to this school of thought, no, or this topic, I myself, siguro personally, I'm welcoming that change, no, just to see kung ano yung, 'di ba, yung magiging change to that one. But again, it's gonna be a topic for a different day.
Ano ba? Well, if you ask me kung ano yung naging reaction ko, I think similar, pareho sa inyong lahat. And nakakabigla, at the, malungkot, at the same time parang um, mapapatanong ka what happened. But I think I share the same sentiment with the Encantadix na
Mhm.
nalungkot sa pagkawala ni Direk Mark kasi for the span of 20 years ng Encantadia, or at least yung since nagsimula siya 2005, parang kasama natin siya like what TL was saying earlier,
Yes.
na
We grew with
he's
him.
very active in engaging with fans. I think part of Encantadia's success is the fandom itself, na
Mhm.
binubuhay ng fandom ng Encantadia. And
Mhm.
kasama natin si Derek Mark all through those years.
Mhm.
Every time na meron siyang update, masaya tayo, di ba? Katulad ng sinabi
Mhm.
ni TL kanina na once in a while, nakikita natin yung mga original Sangres na magkakasama because of Direct Mark's effort. And to
Mhm.
add yung mini reunion nila sa Showtime, yung nag-perform sila, was actually, according to Karim, was Direct Mark's effort. So, ayun,
Wow.
napapasaya tayo ni Direct Mark sa mga pagre-reunion ng mga Sangre. Parang yun nangyari sa 2005, sa 2016 at 2005 na kung hindi man malagpasan ng 2016 series, yung 2005,
2005.
sana, ay kung hindi man mahigitan, sana ay mapantayan. Parang ganun lang
Mapantayan.
din sa akin.
And siguro for a full thinking lang with our new directors, paano nila i-handle yung fan theories and expectation. Kasi ganun si Direct Mark and even si Miss Suzy, diba? Hope they can offer parang mga hints pa din or previews to assure fans and to continue the engagement. Lagi kong sinasabi kay Greg minsan or sa ibang mga fans na nakakausap ko na parang ang bumubuhay talaga sa Encantadia para magkaroon siya ng ganitong longevity is the fans. Yung Encantadix talaga. And it's sad to say, kailangan din ng more encouragement din from, the GMA team na i-hype up yung show. Kasi kapag napagod din yung fans, alam mo yun. Kasi hindi naman palagi yung engagement ng fans. Lalo na ngayon, nagkaroon ng changes, no? So, mahirap. So, I hope, parang wishful pa rin and hopeful na maging successful yung show. Huwag lang masyadong matagal. But anyways, yung kanina sinabi mo, Matt, na parang hindi nga masyadong napalaki yung news, no? I think maganda rin na hindi man soon, but one day, Direct Mark
Address.
will guest somewhere like,
Mhm.
hello kay Tito Boy. Alam mo yun, na
Mhm.
sabihin niya yung, ano yung naging, niya, parang point of view. Kasi to be honest, nakikurious ako sa mga hashtag ni Direct Mark, yung moving forward, moving on.
Hashtag moving forward.
Closure sa Direct Mark kasi ako sa notif mo eh. So nakikita ko and it's kind of like a bittersweet talaga. And mahirap alisin kasi yung Encantadia sa kanya kasi brand parang Direct Mark and Encantadia is a brand. So iyon. I hope na maging optimistic pa rin sila and they perceive the comments from fans and the bashers alike na maging motivation to make Sangre and the further chronicles ng Encantadia na mas maging cinematic and mas more mas maging maganda siya when it comes to the TV landscape.
It's both exciting and terrifying yung changes kasi we don't know kung saan siya papunta. We don't know what to expect from both directors. Pero kasi like yung examples before, like yung changes sa Justice League from Zack Snyder to Joss Whedon, it can be pretty scary. Pero at the same time, since gusto ng Encantadia na Chronicles na siya, and more chronicles, more stories. Uh, I think it's an eventuality na magkakaroon talaga ng changes sa directors or writers or mga ganung bagay, di ba? Since mag-expand siya beyond just sa mga sangre. So, it's an eventuality for me, I think. Pero what I'm positive about is sana maging yung new directors natin are like super passionate sa Encantadia as well. Kasi when I think about something like sa Star Wars, nung nag-step out si George Lucas, no? Yung mga trusted names sa Star Wars talaga is like yung directors na not sure kung familiar kayo sa mga names ng Star Wars.
Mhm.
They Filoni, Jon Favreau, mga creators
Mhm.
ng Clone Wars and
Mhm.
Mandalorian, which is well beloved by Star Wars fans. I'm hoping na ganun sila
Ganun din.
for Encantadia. Na ganun yung treatment nila sa Encantadia. They would pour their love sa Encantadia and actually be passionate about it. And then, malalaman mo naman, makita mo sa show if the creators, directors are very passionate about it. And I'm hoping na ganun yung mangyayari, na we will eventually trust these new directors with the Encantadia brand to kind of continue it on after umalis ni Direct Mark. Even if we're gonna start something new, I hope it's something new that we will love. And ayun lang for me. So let's also be cautious but at the same time optimistic with Sangre.
For me, si Direk Mark parang nagpag-graduate na siya ng isang anak. Diba?
Mhm.
Encantadia is a
Ganda.
20-year-old kid.
Yes.
Actually, it's not a kid.
Mm-mm.
Kumbaga parang kahit
Mm.
naman tayo, 'di ba? Pagdating natin ng certain age, medyo hinahayaan na tayo ng magulang
You let
natin
them go.
to have our own life. So, parang ngayon, parang siguro from province yung Encantadia, kumbaga kung i-humanize natin ang Encantadia, parang pumunta siya from province to Manila, parang
To
gano'n.
Manila.
Kumbaga parang we need to understand that there is a new adventure for this. And alam ko na, kumbaga parang kasama natin paglaki yung taong to, yung Encantadia. So, kaya may worry tayo, di ba? Hindi natin anak ang Encantadia, pero more on parang kapatid natin sila,
Okay.
kaibigan natin sila. So, may worry tayo kasi kasabay natin silang lumaki and baka magbago siya pag nasa bagong environment.
Bahay.
Diba?
Yeah.
Parang ganon. So, I think it's natural. And, diba, change is something inevitable. So, we also need to understand the things that is happening na parang, we need to weigh it out. And I think, maganda rin na nandito tayo kasi apparently makikita natin na, teka lang, parang nag-iiba ka na, di ba? Parang kaya tayo nandito was because hindi naman i-call out, pero to have a kumbaga parang out of love kasi kaya may comments tayo eh. Kapag mahal natin yung isang bagay, magko-comment tayo para maging mas mapabuti siya, 'di ba? So kailangan na parang as much as possible sana yung kunwari yung comments natin would be something na hindi naman lahat mapakinggan pero kumbaga marunong din yung bagong environment na mapupunta ang Encantadia to hear us out. Or kumbaga parang hindi mapakinggan 100% yung lahat ng sinasabi natin, pero yung mga importanteng bagay na kumbaga kung paano pinalaki ang Encantadia, kung paano siya inalagaan at kung paano siya hinubog ng nila Direct Mark, nila Miss Susie, nila Sir Noel is something na kinilala ng mga bagong hahawak sa kanya is yun yung parang hopeful. Kumbaga parang wala na namang magagawa eh. It's something na parang nandyan na siya. So, the things na pwede nating gawin is being hopeful na marunong makinig and kumbaga and alam kung sino-sino ba or alin ba yung dapat pakinggan, 'di ba? So, hindi naman magiging positive and negative, lahat magkakaroon ng reaction lalo na social media is something na parang ang dami-dami talagang reaction. Pero sana yung mga fans, kumbaga parang meron pa rin tayong sandigan na parang, ay, pinapakinggan pa rin tayo. Kasi, yun din naman, ganun din naman tayo pinalaki ng production and ng mga taong nasa likod ng camera or kumbaga yung mga bumubuo sa Encantadia is napapakinggan, hindi lahat napapakinggan, pero partly napapakinggan kung ano ba yung gusto natin. So sana meron din kumbaga may ears din, may eyes din ang mga bagong captain of the ship ng Encantadia. Siguro yun yung parang pinaka hope ko for the new series. For the new directors of the series.
I think we are safe to end on that note kasi ang ganda na nung scenario ni TL. It's a very nice way to look at it, if you ask me, na we also see Encantadia as a sibling, as a brother or a sister that we are very protective of. Diba? That's why we're really invested about it kasi kasabay natin siyang lumaki. Right? And we felt safe in its company, in the company of people that also love the show. Thank you guys. Thank you Encantadix. And until our next podcast. Abisala Eshma.
Bye.
Esma.